So receivers, I have 10 of them. We won't go through all 10 of them. I'm gonna go number
Let's just do
5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jack Beck, TCU. This kid, the white kid from TCU. Great story. Had a great Senior Bowl. Won Senior Bowl MVP. Had a buddy die. He's a great story. I think this is one of those Cooper Cup, Puka Nakua type guys. No one can cover him, and he has size. He's like 6'2", 210. I think whoever gets this dude, I'm telling you, he could be the best receiver out of this whole entire group.
Wow.
So
High praise. High praise.
Wow.
I think he's the character, like just that dude. He just has that aura about him that he's that dude, and that's Jack Besh from TCU.
Cooper
me,
Cup, great,
at
great, by the way.
Number 5, I have Luther Burden III from Missouri.
Yes, that's my number 4, Burden. If you remember last year, coming into this year, he was probably the highest ranked receiver. Kind of disappointed, and it's not. He had a quarterback. It's just when you come from
the team was disappointing, though.
Yes, that's
The
what I was
team
going to say.
disappointing.
It's like the opposite from when you come out of Iowa. You come out of Iowa, you're a dog. When you come out of Missouri, it's just like wah wah wah. When's the
Like,
last good dude
yeah.
to come out of Missouri?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's like you're a bitch or gay or gay. Michael
yeah.
Sam. Michael
Yeah.
Sam. Missouri.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. That or Blaine Gabbert. One of those two just totally fucked it up for them.
Yeah.
But
Mizzou Tigers, man.
yeah. Who else you got at number 3?
So
your number 4 was the Burden, right?
I had Burden at 4.
My number 4 was Trey Harris.
That's a good receiver, man. That's a good receiver right there.
You can hear it in Robert's voice.
That's a fucking good receiver right there. Anquan Bolden remake. Right.
So
there.
Trey Harris,
6'3",
6'3",
210, baby.
6'3", 210, 60 receptions, 1,000 yards, 7 TDs.
By the way, he was hurt. He was hurt. And every time that he was hurt, you saw it in Ole Miss.
Yeah.
You saw that it affected, and Jackson Dart was phenomenal. But when he was out, that's where they struggled.
Agree. He's not on my top 5 though.
Oh, that's a
wow,
awesome fucking receiver.
Yeah.
To me, that could have been the best receiver.
Yeah,
but
if he would have
maybe
not had those injuries,
I would have put him up at 1 or 2. My number 1 is probably Eddie's number 1, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, my number 4, real quick, Emeka Egbuka, 6'1", 205, Ohio State. I think he's going to be phenomenal, man. I think he might be overlooked because it's like, oh, Ohio State. I think he's special. I've heard amazing things about him. I've heard that he is a leader, a vocal leader, unlike a Marvin Harrison Jr. who sits on the sidelines and is like whatever. He has character, and that's what you want. I don't care, man. I want my receiver to give me the damn ball. I want my receiver not to be reading books. I want my receiver.
Want a diva.
Yes, that's what I want. And not that he's a diva. I've only heard positive about him, but I think he's going to be special. So that's why I have that.
He is my number 3. I've enjoyed watching for the past 2 seasons. I was really expecting a big season from this year, but unfortunately, just went to Jeremiah Smith. But I think he'll also have a similar season to JSN in the pros. Just a great slot. Probably takes a year or two to really find his niche.
Reminds me a lot of JSN, actually. A lot.
Yeah.
We're on number 3.
You're number 3.
Number 2. My number 3 is going to be Travis Hunter. And I think he's going to be special. I really do. I think he's almost a better receiver than he is a cornerback. I think he'll be used both. I mean, you can't argue with his numbers. 1st in touchdowns, 5th in yards. People want to look past him. But if you're going to draft Travis Hunter, you have to use him on both sides of the ball because he's too athletic and too explosive not to use him at the wide receiver position.
Agreed. I have him at number 2.
All right.
I like Travis Hunter. I like him better at receiver than I do at corner. I think at corner,
some of the
I
catches
think-
he made, man, it's just
no. I think he's a better receiver in my opinion. They want to put him at corner. They want to push him out there at corner and yada yada. Take that man and put him at receiver, and he can be all world. He can be I think his ceiling for me, if he plays receiver, I'm gonna put him up there at Chad Johnson.
Ooh,
wow.
Ocho Cinco type player. If
baby,
he dedicates, if they
To this
draft
position?
him to play receiver, I think he takes too many chances on defense, and he didn't take as many chances this year, but he also played in the Big 12, and still, I still think he's I think he's an excellent receiver. I think he can be an elite receiver in the league in 2 to 3 years, and so I think for me, Travis Hunter, that Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco, that right there would be a in my opinion, Hall of Fame career.
all right.
Okay. So, let's get through this real quick. Number 5. Not a lot of people are going to agree with this. Matthew Golden from Texas.
You're number
no,
2.
number 2. My number 2. Matthew Golden from Texas, the transfer from Houston, who wasn't supposed to be as big as a transfer from like Isaiah Bond from Alabama, but ended up being their number 1 guy and proved that he was the best receiver on that Texas team with a bunch of talent and studs everywhere. I think Matthew Golden is going to be shockingly that Reggie Wayne is high praise, but just a solid receiver who knows how to run routes. I know that's really high.
Really high.
I'm trying to think of just that receiver that just does everything, not everything great or amazing, but everything really good. That's why I pictured Golden.
I don't know if Reggie Wayne though, man.
Yeah,
Reggie Wayne was an elite motherfucker, man.
Hall of Famer for sure.
Yes.
But let's skip right away to number 1, and that is T-Mac.
There is no doubt about it. My God.
And T-Mac, size 6'5", 210. He has it all. And more than the athletic ability and the size and structure, he has the mentality like dude, imagine how much money he turned down, Rafa, to transfer to anywhere he wanted.
Anywhere. He could have gone anywhere, and he decided to play. He decided to play with a quarterback that could barely see over the line.
Yes. His buddy.
And he made Fafita. Fafita made great plays the previous year. This year he struggled a lot. But when you watch T-Mac, you watch it. I feel like he can get to any ball. I mean, he literally, for me, T-Mac is the best receiver in the draft, no doubt about it. I wouldn't be shocked if he went in the top 5. And for me, I think that he is a Terrell Owens type dude.
That's a great comp. That's a great comp.
A TO type guy for T-Mac. I think, and he hasn't had any history of big injuries or anything like that. He's, he missed a game here and there. I think T-Mac can be a TO type player. I think he can go get the ball. He's such a big target, and I think he can be a Terrell Owens type guy. I think he'd be a Hall of Famer.
So
I wouldn't doubt it if in 4 years he's the best receiver in football.
I know that Travis Hunter could play both ways, but if I'm the Patriots, I go get T-Mac. The word on the streets is, and I haven't talked, but I've done CBS.
You've been whispering. You haven't talked. You've been whispering to the streets.
But people are talking T-Mac from 10 to 25. I think that's a huge mistake.
I'd be surprised if he even drops to 6.
That I know.
I would be shocked because you have New England up there who needs a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many teams up there that can use him. If you're Cleveland and you don't take a quarterback, can you take him? I mean, there's so many teams that can take a receiver in that top 10.